Scary Tale Story.
Hey guys, I'm still trying to process what happened to me a few months ago. I'm sharing here because I just don't know what else to do with it. I'm not usually the type to believe in supernatural stuff, alternate realities, or glitches in the Matrix. Honestly, I thought all that was just nonsense or overactive imaginations until July 5th, 2025. That day, something happened that shattered my worldview. I work at a pet store. It's a pretty normal job, feeding animals, cleaning, helping customers. On that particular day, I was working the early afternoon shift, just doing the usual restocking and organizing. I was refilling the small food bins we use on the feeding cart. I remember picking up a bin filled with millet, tiny bird seeds, and noticing a crack on the side. It was just a small crack, but enough that I decided to toss that bin into the trash and transfer the millet into a new container. The moment I picked it up to set it down on the silver prep table, I pinched my finger in the crack. It hurt, and I reflexively dropped the bin, spilling millet everywhere. Annoyed, I bent down to sweep up the mess and move the cracked bin to the trash can. End of story, right? Well, no. Fast forward about 2 hours later, around 1:30 p.m. Emma, one of our team leads, comes in for her closing shift. She's super thorough and always does a walkthrough to make sure everything's running smoothly. While in the back room, she spots the bin I threw out earlier and picks it up, carrying it over to me. She asked, "Why did you throw this away? It looks fine." I was mid-checklist, so I looked up and took the bin from her. And this is where my mind basically melted. The crack was completely gone. Like, the bin looked brand new. No crack. No damage. Just perfectly intact. I swear to God, I froze for a few seconds. I tried to explain what happened earlier, how I'd pinched my finger in the crack of the bin, dropped it, and it spilled millet everywhere. Emma, who actually believes in the supernatural and strange stuff, looked just as stunned as I was. I tried to brush it off, telling myself maybe I'd misremembered. Maybe I was tired or distracted. But deep down, something didn't sit right. And then, it got weirder. About 2 hours later, I was asked to cover the register. It was a slow day, and everything seemed pretty normal at first. Then I glanced toward the automatic doors behind me, and I saw Maria, another team lead, walk into the store. Usually she waves or at least glances over to say hi. But this time, nothing. No wave, no glance. She walked slowly towards the clock-in room and started putting on her keys, walkie, and scan gun like she was getting ready for her shift. But it felt off. Time felt like it slowed down, and I got this intense feeling that something was watching me. The entire moment was surreal. The strangest part? I never saw Maria leave the clock-in room. Later, I went back to talk to Emma about the workload. She was complaining about how it was just her and a cashier today, with a ton of pallets to get through. So I casually mentioned, "Wait, what about Maria? She just came in." Emma looked confused, like I'd lost my mind. "Maria's not scheduled today," she said flatly. I immediately walked back to the clock-in office, but Maria wasn't there. I checked the schedule on the computer. She was definitely not listed for that day. I have no idea what I saw or experienced. It felt like a glitch, a portal opening up, Or maybe a slip between timelines. I don't know. I'm someone who's always been skeptical about this kind of thing, but that day changed my perspective in a way I can't shake. Since then, I've been questioning reality itself. What if there are layers of time or alternate versions of our world overlapping? What if sometimes you accidentally peek through or step into them? Has anyone else experienced something like this? Or have a theory about what could cause something like that to happen? Because honestly, I'm still baffled.
Like and subscribe to Scary Tales Story for more horror tales that will haunt your dreams and keep you checking the shadows.